Thank you, Congressman Mineta. This ground will memorialize a community who triumphed over racial hatred. But this is not just a Japanese-American story. It is an American story. Japanese Americans came first to this country to work the fields of California, Hawaii, and other places. They and their families persevered and prospered in the face of prejudice and persecution. Amid wartime hysteria, our country, our government, wrongfully interned, on account of their race, 120,000 men, women, and children behind barbed wire, under armed guard, in remote and desolate locations. Their sons returned bigotry with patriotism, fighting and dying with distinction and courage in the 100th Battalion, the 442nd, and other units in a war to save democracy and freedom. The history is a tale of pathos and bravery, but it is much more. It is a story of a community that held fast to our nation's transcendent ideals of equality and justice in a dark and stormy time of unmitigated ugliness. The story of the Japanese American community also involves our national redemption. High government officials played an ignoble role in the internment, elevating racism to policy. To our credit, these misdeeds have not gone unchallenged in the historical record. In 1988, our government acknowledged that the internment was wrong when Congress enacted the Civil Liberties Act. The Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice had the privilege of administering that act, conveying over the course of a decade a presidential apology and redress payments of over $1.6 billion to more than 82,000 internees and their families. Nothing will redress the pain and humiliation of internment for those who lived through it and their families. But redress has vindicated the faith of those who shed their blood on foreign battlefields while their families at home were held in the camps. They did not fight in vain. This ground will be as much a civil rights memorial as a war memorial. The memorial will not belong to Japanese Americans alone. It will belong to all of us. Racism, suffering, injustice, patriotism, courage, they are common themes in the stories of many American families. The lesson of the Japanese American experience is that a community's abiding faith in our national promise was vindicated through peaceful petition and lawful redress. That lesson gives hope to every American in our nation's ongoing struggle to realize equality and justice. That lesson must not be forgotten. It is, after all, those ideals of equality and justice that bind us together as a people. That is why this is sacred ground.